Hi guys, so all the rage right now are these hot cocoa bombs. So I actually made one and brought it in just to kind of show you what we're working towards today. Now on the inside of this you have marshmallows, hot cocoa mix, and then you pour warm milk over it. So I'm going to show you how we make these. So you first want to just take a little bit of chocolate and you kind of want to make yourself a double boiler if you don't have one. So what I do is I use a glass bowl and I kind of just sit it and then I start mixing. And you gotta wait for your chocolate to melt, and we'll come back once it's melted a little bit. So as you can see, we're melting the chocolate here, and your goal is, my spatula here has a little thermometer in it. So this is just like a candy thermometer. Your goal is to get this to about 115 to 120 degrees. At that point, you can start cooling it down by adding whole chocolate chips, so it makes it more chocolate. And the point of tempering chocolate is that you want that cocoa butter to reform after you've melted it. So right now what you're doing is you're melting that cocoa butter, and the point of it is to keep mixing it, because when you constantly mix it, that keeps that cocoa butter nice and melted and allows it to form back and set back the way you want it to later. So we'll come back once we're at the point of cooling down. So once you have reached that 115 to 120 range, you want to take it off the double boiler and you want to just start mixing in your whole chocolate chips to start cooling it down. And at that point, once you hit 95 degrees, that's the minute that cocoa butter starts to reform and start resetting. And then you're just going to keep mixing it to keep it kind of getting to that point where it wants to set. And at that point, what you'll do is you want to get it down to about 79 degrees before you start putting it in your molds. So we'll come back when we're at to that point. It takes a little bit. So, because you have to do it slowly, it's not a fast process. So we'll be back. Okay, so once you've reached the point of your chocolate being tempered, so anywhere between that 79 to 95 degrees, what you'll do is you'll start filling up your molds. So the point of the tempered chocolate is that it reforms that hard chocolate in order to give you a glossy outside of your ball. So that way it holds and forms together. So what we do here is I just take like a brush or a little spatula, and what I'll do is I'll just start filling in the molds. And what you have to do is you have to make sure it goes all the way to the top of the mold. So you want to make sure that it reaches the very tippy top. Now I do anywhere from 2 to 3 layers depending on the ball and how the chocolate's forming in the mold. On that ball I did 3 layers. This one I'll probably do 2, just so we can get it done a little bit quicker. And yeah, so I'll be back once these have been filled and set. So now once you've done your 2 layers, which I suggest you do a lot of chocolate on these, just so they kind of hold the mold, as you see. What you'll do is you'll just pop them out. Now I left these in the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes. You pop them out like so. I kind of just sit them in bowls for now until you get to the point of filling them. And you use gloves because the heat in your hands will melt the chocolate very quickly. And you don't want a holy ball. So we'll just pop these back down. Get them out of the way. Now, I took this plate and I warmed it in the microwave for about 2 minutes. And that's just so when we go like this, what it does is it kind of melts the edge of the ball, like so. Flattens it out if you want to hold that. And then what you'll do is you'll take hot cocoa mix. Hot cocoa mix. You pour some in. Now I don't put a lot because the chocolate itself also gives you chocolate for your hot cocoa. And then I just put in some marshmallows. And then you want to make sure this side is still a little wet. You'll line it up. And there you have it, a chocolate bomb. And we'll sit it back in the bowl and we'll be back to have a taste test then.
hot but good.
That is absolutely delicious. I give it a thumbs up.
There I go. It's good. I like it. It's really good.
Okay, and this is the chocolate ball hot chocolate. Oh my, that is very nice. Yes, indeed. Thumbs up.